Hey everyone, so I'm gonna do a quick gender reveal for you guys. And again, if you haven't already found out on my personal Facebook, then this will be very exciting for you. But anyway, so I had my ultrasound. It was just a pay out of pocket ultrasound done by just an ultrasound tech at her own private business, and I was exactly 16 weeks, so that was last Wednesday. That was the 29th of May. And I went in there, and it was a very nice setup and everything. It's very, very cute, very, very comfortable and cozy. It's not like going to the doctor's office and you feel like you're constantly in an institution. So yeah, the reason that my husband found out, because she was trying to do everything she could to avoid having it on the video, or also and so I could not hold it in. I had to know, and so I asked if she could show me real quick before she started the video. And unfortunately, the baby seemed to be really, really crowded, and so she had me go in there and empty my bladder and come back. And it was it was quite fun. Very, very obvious when we saw, and I'm just really, I'm pretty good at telling the gender on ultrasounds because I always study them and stuff like that. And the fact that I've already had a baby, so it's really fun to be able to tell, or be able to tell the difference and stuff. So when I got home, because they give you a picture frame of the gender, and I posted on Facebook that I had a picture frame just in case Daniel changed his mind, and then we could look at it together. So I guess he thought from that I didn't know, and that the picture frame would tell us if he had changed his mind. And so I got home, and he got into the bag, and I ran to him and I said, "No, don't look at that." And I told him that's the picture frame. And I also told him not to read the box either, because the box says it on there. And so he took it and he went into, sorry, sorry, he wanted to hide it up really, really high, because we have these really high cabinets in our kitchen, and they're like really up high, up to the ceiling. So he's the only one that can reach them. I have to get on a chair, and actually even then I still can't reach up there. So but he wanted to put it up there, and I warned him. I said, "It says it on the box, do not read it." And I kept saying it over and over again. And then I walked off. I'm like, "Fine, read it if you want to." And so he puts it up there, and then later on, like, everybody was begging me to tell them, and I had to tell them that, it's something that I promised I would not tell, and that I would, that Daniel would be the one to know first and stuff. And so, still at this point, he thought that I didn't know. And so he said that he would find out the gender if somebody gave him $100. So I was like, okay, and I ran and I grabbed the picture frame. While I was getting the picture frame, he said, "Just kidding," and I didn't hear that. So it's kind of like, yeah. And so then I came back with the picture frame and I started opening it, and he's kind of closing his eyes, but I thought he was just kind of embarrassed still to find out, and pretending like he didn't want to find out. It was just a lot of miscommunication between us, and I really kind of blew it. So, but I opened up the picture frame and I showed him, and I said, "Okay, this is what it is." And it's like he didn't get the fact of the colors being the gender. So then I showed him the picture on the computer, and he's like, "You just told me the baby's gender." And I was like, "Well, I thought you already knew from the picture frame." And so he was just so mad at me for a couple of days, and it was just a big disaster, and I felt so bad. Yeah, and finally, when we got into a big argument over it a couple days later, he finally mentioned how he had already seen on the box what it is. He had read it like I told him not to, but he wasn't sure, you know, if they might have mixed it up or something. And then he also thought I didn't know, so he didn't want to tell me. He wanted to keep it a secret. And so he already knew, and he got mad at me for telling him. So anyway, yeah, we were just both pretty bummed for a couple of days, and it kind of took the excitement out of it, and it just really, yeah. So I told him, I said, you know what, I will go through all of this again, go through the morning sickness, you know, just again, so that way that third time around, I will not find out the gender at all. And he's like, well, that's what you said this time. And but he knew. I told him several days before that I probably wouldn't be able to not find out. It just, yeah. And even my dad said the same thing. He's like, that's what you said this time. You're not going to be able to not find out. I told them, I was like, you guys are not supposed to agree upon these things. So anyway, he was supposed to take this to work with him and put the picture in there, but he's not too fond of the pictures because, yeah, they're just kind of, it wasn't the best quality ultrasound because she was spending a lot of time trying to get the baby in a position so she could do a good 3D, 4D shot. And it was like that the whole time. And it turns out my husband does not like those. He doesn't care for them at all. So I'll just show you guys real quick. I showed on the other video, but I'll show you guys real quick on here. So, sorry, my webcam's like way over. There's baby's face. And there's baby's foot. And then there's baby sucking on its pinky. And since I did the 4D one, it was one where when you're doing the 3D, the baby is still moving. You can see the movement. And there's the baby's profile. However, the bottom here is not the baby's stomach. That's my placenta. The baby's right behind the placenta. So you can see the baby's knee and thigh and leg. And then that little dot close to its knee is the umbilical cord. And there's that one where it just has a really, really cute nose and the lips and everything. And it does the hands over the face like its sister did. And another one where it makes it look like it has several different faces. So anyway, so yeah, the gender of our baby. Now, if you don't get it from the picture frame, I just wish I could smack you because my husband did the same thing. So anyway, this is what we are having. And there is the picture of the proof of it. Now, she said that she wanted to be 100% sure that it was not the umbilical cord. And she did check to make sure there was no blood pulsating through it and stuff. So she is pretty, 99.9% sure that it's definitely a baby boy. And so yeah, that one says it on there. You can see somewhat. But after, because I thought it was a girl at first, and because it definitely looked like it. And it's because I didn't have my glasses on and I was so far from the TV. And then I went back to use the restroom and I came back, and of course it was definitely very obvious, and he is definitely not shy. So yeah, we are definitely having a cute little boy, and yeah, so his name is going to be Oliver, and then the middle name is Gene, which is after my husband's grandpa's middle name. However, his grandpa passed away a few years ago, and he knew about my infertility problems, and he said that when he passed away, he would send us twins. He was going to send us a twin boy and a twin girl. And so we had promised that we would name one of our boys after him. So, and Gene was his middle name as well. He did not like his first name, so he always used his middle name instead. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. But yeah, after our next ultrasound, which will be the anatomy scan on June 26th, my husband is going to use one of those pictures to put in the picture frame because he's not a big fan. So anyway, it's kind of like it's on a canvas. It's real cute and it's just cut out and everything. And so yeah, the place that I went to is just really, really cute. Very nice setup. So anyway, so yeah, we're definitely having a baby boy, and it explains my moodiness and all that fun stuff. So I don't know what I did with the box. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching, and we are definitely very excited to have both genders and just to have the experience of both. Now I have experience of taking care of my nephews when I was a teenager, but my husband doesn't have any experience with boys, so that'll be fun. And then with baby number 3, since we are having a boy and we also have a girl, we'll already have all the stuff we need, so I will not find out for that one. But yeah, what does that say on there? Yeah, so anyway, thank you everyone for watching and have a great day. Bye.